Birds of War, hear us roar. Welcome to Grind Slime TV with me, your host Aaron. And today we're headed up to Canada, the home of war metal. And it comes in the form of MG08. This is a one-man band, and as you can see there, track listings on the front. How often do you see that? And even more often, it's a promo, you see. Stuff on the back there. Oh yeah, there's the 4 EPs that this Belt-Fed 2024 compilation is comprised of. 21 tracks. Just each one's a belter and all. But look at this. Not only does this promo CD have the track listing on the front, it also has a booklet. How often do you see that either? All sorts of tricks and treats getting pulled out of this bad boy. Look at that. Got all the lyrics. Oh yes, lots of lyrics there. Good lyrics too. Totally politically unmotivated. It's just songs of history, certain events. You know, it's got World War One, World War Two, Vietnam, Napoleonic Wars. You know, it covers quite a nice spectrum of military history and the weapons thereof, the events, certain figures. So really, really cool there. And it doesn't pick sides either. Like a lot of war metal that comes out these days, one, is fucking boring. So you got that going for you. And two, it's all just such edgelord bullshit. You know, it's little pretend wannabe Nazis just throwing around cliches, all whilst wearing balaclavas because, you know, they're that fucking brave. And I remember this one time there was this bloke from Australia. He was like this war metal guy, always wore a balaclava, and he was always giving it all that, you know, spitting out every Mein Kampf kind of a cliche you'd want. And I simply said to him, "Why are you always wearing a balaclava? I mean, it's just if you stand by your convictions that much, stand proud, show us your face, let us know who you are. Do that." And he was like, "Can't do it, man. Can't do it. No, this makes for better infiltration." It's like, infiltration? What are you infiltrating outside of your boyfriend's arsehole, you silly cunt? Anyway, silly bastards. This is the dude on the back there. You got Tom KPFW. There he is with his big long gun. And there he is again with his gas mask. He's got his little doggy there, who I'm assuming is Charlie. Rest in peace, Charlie, if that is the case, as it says inside the booklet. There's the 4 EPs of which this compilation makes up. Look at that. I've got number 3 of 29. Oh yes, 29. That's a weird number, I hear you say. Well, my guess is he made 30, kept one for himself, and hand numbered the other 29. I got number 3 because I'm just that cool. So, the music is what we're here to talk about. There's a really cool image there. Look, really nice, really nice. Now, as far as war metal goes, this is the furthest thing from boring, particularly 21st century war metal, because in the past 5 years, war metal acts have been popping up left, right and centre. All of them sound the same. They're all trying to be just as edgy as the last lot, and, well, yeah, you know how that goes. This, however, is a fantastic record. I mean, they all sound like they could be on the same release, because ironically they now are. But it's just the mix and everything is just great. All throughout it's consistent. The snare drums are a little invasive for my taste. I would have personally turned it down just a smidge, just a smidgen, you know, like a 0.3 sort of amount on the old volume. But it's not my piece of art, so who the fuck am I to say what this guy should or should not do? It also came with a sticker. Where did I put that? There it is. Check this out. Got the old iron cross there, which is pretty cool. I still haven't found anywhere to put it yet, but I'm keeping my wits about me, as I'm wont to do. So, the sound. This is straight up war metal as you'd expect it to be, but with a twist. It actually utilises a lot of the sort of traditional black metal sounds that you may hear from like Norway, Finland, you know, that whole general area. But also at the same time, it's not cloning anybody. It's just little hints here and there. I mean, the most black metal track on here is probably Marching to Valhalla, which has a really cool sort of dissonant kind of high-end guitar thing going on. Really, really cool. And the song U-Boat utilizes the sound of a U-boat sonar in with the song, so it's almost like its own little synth. Really, really cool, very effective. And following it is the song BF 109, which is easily the heaviest song on the record. And when I say heavy, it is heavy as balls. Now, if you're only into your stuff like Blasphemy, Conqueror, Black Witchery, Revenge, and you draw the line there, you're like, no, nothing else. It's either Ross Bay Cult or nothing. Then, okay, you may not get on with this. But if you're not an arsehole and you actually like a wide variety of war metal and black metal, this will sit very nicely in your collection. You know, not that it sounds like any of these bands, but if you collectively like the early works of bands like Goat Penis, the 7-inch that Blood Must Be Shed that came out by Zyklon B, Mortician, yeah, even Mortician. Yeah, and again, I'm not saying this sounds like any of those bands, but if you like them collectively, this may just do it for you. You know, it's got a little bit of Sargeist kind of feel here and there as well. Not too much, but this is definitely the most original war metal release I've heard in some time. You know, it's not to say everything that's coming out these days is bad, but like with anything, man, you know, in extreme metal, every subgenre has been oversaturated. We've got a million grindcore bands that sound the same, a million brutal death metal bands that sound the same, a million black metal bands that sound the same, a million Swedish death metal clones that sound the same. This actually stands out with its own little thumbprint, and I think it's an absolute banger. And what I really like about it as well is it's just it doesn't pick sides either. It's got this whole sort of feeling about where it just talks about the events. It not only honours the victories of all sides, but it also mourns the losses of all sides. And this really is a testament to war buffs who are into straight up war metal that just has a nice little twinge to it. It's fast, it's relentless, it's brutal, it's brilliantly produced, and it's just really, really good songwriting. I cannot recommend this enough. Now, I know you're thinking, well, recommend it all you want. There's only 29 copies of the bastard. True, but this whole thing is up on Bandcamp as well. I don't know if it's on YouTube or Spotify, because I've just been listening to it on Bandcamp, because when I bought it, you get the free download, and it is a belter. Great use of samples from both documentaries and movies. My only one big complaint about this is that the song Flamethrower has a pretty cool sample at the beginning, but personally, I would have used the Saving Private Ryan sample. Don't shoot, let 'em burn. Oh, what a film. And this does have the Saving Private Ryan sample on it as well, and the song Total War, which is an absolute anthem of war metal. So if you guys can find a way to pick this bad boy up or check it out, I absolutely would, because it is underground, it is raw, and it is just straight up, ooh, yeah, spell that. So with that being said, check out Beltfed 2024 compilation by MG08, or Maschinengewehr 08, as it's named after. That's it from me today. Support the underground. Have a good day.